I guess just decompressing from that game. I mean, how would you kind of sum it up now, that experience?
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting game. It reminded me of Eastern a lot. You know, you're just trying to put it in the end zone. You don't exactly know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I was proud of the way we played. They threw some stuff at us that was challenging, but we found a way to get through it and put some points on the board as an offense.
And first game back, I mean, how'd you feel health-wise and mentally?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. The training staff did a great job of getting me back and getting me back on the field, so I'm feeling a lot better.
When you had that injury, you looked like you were writhing in pain. Did it seem like it was going to be worse than it ended up?
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to be a lot worse than it ended up being, so it was definitely relieving when we got the MRI results and it ended up being not as serious. So, yeah, it was definitely a relief.
And what was your perspective watching that pass from Tommy to Taco?
Yeah, it was crazy because we know when the ball's out. So once the ball's out and we're looking downfield and we see Taco run in and him catch that pass, it was just no other feeling like it. So it was exciting for sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the development and improvement of the O-line has gone so far this year?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, Army's really pushed us this whole off season and this whole season, and we really embraced it as a group and just worked really hard. And we had a great group last year, and we had a lot of guys that we lost, but we never lowered our standard as a group, and I think that's what's really pushed us and helped us get where we want to be. And we still have a long ways to go, which is nice. So we're making progress and we're doing well out there, but we still have a lot to fix. So.
And what do you need to fix? What are those things that you're working on this week?
Just lots of technique stuff, different looks. We're constantly changing stuff and just adapting as a group. So.
Early in the week, Cal Poly, last road game. What stands out to you about them?
So this morning we looked over the last game tape, so we'll dive into them this afternoon. But yeah, I haven't been there in a while, and I know they got turf now, so that'll be a little bit of a change. But yeah.
After this weekend, I think it's like 9 games straight now with a guy on your team going for 100 yards or more on the ground. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's exciting as a group. We always love to see a lot of rushing yards up there as a group that really emphasizes running the ball and makes that important. So that's always a plus and something we want to continue to do.
Despite the running back room sometimes a little hit or miss week to week, how have you guys stayed consistent in making sure that you guys get the yards you guys get on the ground every game?
Our running back room is loaded, and no matter who goes out there, they're putting up yards, and we just try to do our job up front. And yeah, those boys back there, they make it happen for sure. So they make it a lot easier on us. So we're blessed to have running backs that we do.
How good has it felt to have a mostly, I mean, obviously you missed a game, but having a mostly healthy season after missing so much time last year?
Yeah, it's definitely relieving. It was definitely an emphasis this offseason was to get back and get healthy. And yeah, it feels a lot better to be out there. You hate watching. It sucks watching, and you always want to be out there on the field with your boys. So yeah, it feels good to be out there.
What did you emphasize in the offseason to stay healthier?
Just spend a lot of time with Sean in the weight room, and strength training is injury prevention too. So just emphasizing that, and just trying to get bigger, faster, stronger, and make sure my body's ready for the season.
How's this year compared to the blocking schemes, the things like that? How's it compared kind of to what you did last year?
We play to our strength a lot. We ran a lot more outside zone this year. Last year we ran more inside zone, but yeah, it's all. At the end of the day, it's just all about us executing and doing what we're coached. And yeah, we're just trying to continuing to work on doing that to the best of our ability.
And that rotation with Omar and JT, what's that been like? How would you describe their games?
Oh, it's been great because it's pushed us all to be better. And, we're a good group and we're all so competitive. And it really pushed us to be the best unit we could be, when you have competition like that. so it's just been a plus overall.
And I know you're not looking past this week, but how would you describe just being able to face your old team? The last year and this coming up this year.
We always emphasize focusing on this, the short term and focusing on the next game up. So I'm really focused on Cal Poly right now and making that the most important game of the season because it's the next game. So
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
How,
So,
if you don't want to answer this, that's okay, since you're focused on Cal Poly, but how full circle is it knowing that your dad played for the Bobcats and you kind of come from a Bobcat family, just kind of coming full circle, playing in that Cat Grizz matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very important game, and it's big in the state. So it's just it's cool to be able to do something that my dad took part in, and try to make him proud. And it's cool. It's there's nothing better than being a Bobcat. So